A Manchester-based organization, the Rowland Foundation, annually awards 10 Vermont teachers with year-long fellowships to improve the culture and climates in their schools. This year, 2 Rutland High School teachers were selected to improve and broaden the Global Issues program with a $100,000 grant for the school. Marcia Castle and Erica Wallstrom are the latest RHS faculty to be awarded the fellowships, following in the footsteps of Adam Rosenberg and Jen Kravitz.
Our program, we did a pilot. It was called the pilot. The pilot was an acronym for something. But 60 students were involved and 3 teachers. And at the moment, I think the entire freshman class participates in this whole academy experience. And they're also building the program vertically. We had talked about global studies and STEM being essential components in this academy. And now at Rutland, there's a whole global studies, I guess, designation on your degree that you can get. So that whole program has been built vertically, 9th through 12th grade. And they're actually, there's a STEM academy in the works at Stafford.
Rosenberg spent 7 years teaching English at RHS before leaving the school to become principal at Proctor High School. He was the first teacher at Rutland awarded the Rowland Foundation Fellowship. It allowed him to start the Freshman Academy and develop an interdisciplinary program with the faculty.
So the Rowland Foundation certainly provided the financial support for our freshman pilot. And then beyond that, there's a whole network that's been built up right now. And I actually attended a meeting that Jen Kravitz ran last week. So I drove down to Manchester, met with her and 2 other teachers. But there's this network that's building statewide. And I can call someone up in another school and ask them how they're doing student-centered learning or proficiency-based grading in another school. And I have these contacts, and we all meet once a year at the Rowland Foundation conference up in Burlington. So I think that's the lasting significance is this network of professionals throughout the state.
The foundation has created a statewide network for teachers to bounce ideas off one another, share ideas, what's worked, and what needs improvement.
The Rowland Foundation has this unique approach to school improvement. It's not a top-down, this is what you have to do to get better. It's looking at, or it's asking teachers to, from their perspective, where they're right there on the ground floor dealing with how to educate kids best, it gives them the time and the resources to, I don't want to say the cliche of follow their dreams, but that's kind of what they're doing. They're creating something that they really would never have time to do in the regular job. You know, the regular job is enough of a drain on their time. So it gives them time to really think, to study, to get more professional development, and then to plan with the rest of the building on how we're going to try to implement a project or some kind of initiative.
Social studies teacher Jen Kravitz was awarded the fellowship 2 years ago to help build upon the work Rosenberg started shortly before. For Kravitz, the fellowship gave her freedom and flexibility to improve the culture and climate at RHS.
So often in education, we get these mandates from the federal government and from the state government, and the Rowland Foundation really believes in this grassroots change, and so you have teachers building the change, and so it works for their building. It's reproducible, so other schools have come and asked about our global studies program and maybe implementing parts of it. It's something that is, because it's by teachers, there's a lot more ownership. So I think that it's an amazing opportunity.
The work Rosenberg and Kravitz started is continuing to improve and excel at Rutland. Now, Earth Science teacher Erica Wallstrom and World Language teacher Marcia Castle are taking the Global Issues program started by Kravitz and expanding it. In March, RHS held its first Global Issues Network conference at the school.
It was an unmitigated success, I think. And we're already planning for next year. We got feedback. We knew at the time some of the blemishes and some of the problems that we were experiencing, but we've surveyed the kids and the staff and have gotten some really good constructive feedback about how to make it better. We were working under a very limited preparation schedule, and now we have the insight of that inaugural experience, plus we've got a year to plan.
So I'm really excited about the Rowland Fellowship for two reasons. Number one, I feel like it's a great opportunity to build on the work that's already been started by our previous fellows. This is actually the third one for Rutland, and the fact that we were able to receive another one, I think, is a real testament to our predecessors who set the bar really high, Adam Rosenberg and Jen Kravitz. And so this year, Marcia Castle and I applied for one, and we are going to be starting this summer, and so it will be next year, and then tying it up after that. So our focus is to really take what Adam and Jen started and build on it and make it more comprehensive for the whole school. So our focus is going to be a gin theme, which we had this spring for the first time, Global Issues Network. And what the Global Issues Network is 20 issues that our world needs to face in order for our society to continue on the way we are and for a healthy earth and environment for everybody. And there are issues that are social issues as well as science ones: global warming, war, religion, economic divides, all of these different issues that are in both content areas, both science and the humanities, but that we have to bring those together. We need to have people that can communicate and then others that are doing the research. And so how are those connected? And I think it really brings together the work we've been doing as a school, which is trying to make things more interdisciplinary, real world, and applying to what our students are going to have to deal with when they graduate from Rutland.
The fellowship awarded to the duo provides $100,000 to RHS to fund the work Wallstrom and Castle will do in the coming year.
It provides us opportunities for training and for research and for travel to see what's happening elsewhere, and also for professional training here and for release time. A big part of it is to give us the luxury of exploration and research and reflection, which is not really a luxury that most teachers have in their teaching day and week and year. You're kind of under this avalanche. So it gives us time to step back and step away and learn, and then bring it back and energize the people that are around us.
All of the fellows agree the foundation has helped create energy and positivity and is empowering.
I look at the school over the last 6 years, and the changes have been phenomenal, and really just they're huge. They're these leaps and bounds. It's not the same school that I started working in 8 years ago. And so what the money brings to us is opportunities to give professional development to our faculty, and that lasts way beyond the fellowship. That continues, 10, 20 years down the road. And it allows our whole community to grow and improve, not just the individuals that received the award.
It's in many ways allowing us to move beyond what the mandates are saying, and it's saying what is it that's going to be best for our kids in our building, in our community, what we need to make sure that works for them. So it's taking something and really making it very local and very Vermont and transformative.
Next week on Access, the executive director of the Rowland Foundation joins us to talk about the organization and how it can help change schools in Vermont.